Hello, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. And right before we get into this, Kolkata Knight Riders have made their place in that final. It's time for the first eliminator. It is time for RCB to take on Rajasthan Royals. Opposing teams, will get right into it. But before we discuss all of that, make sure you leave a like rating, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow all of our social media pages for the latest news on cricket on a daily basis. Bhai, IPL खत्म होने वाला है, but उसके अलावा T20 World Cup start होने वाला है, and you don't want to miss out on anything. We'll have incredible guests joining us throughout the whole season as well as the T20 World Cup. So make sure you follow us and let's get right into this. But what RCB have done to get into this place has been nothing short of historic. Having lost seven of their 8 games in the start, they came back and now they've qualified in number 4th position, having beaten CSK in a 200-run chase and have made their spot there. And Rajasthan, on the other hand, have been a team who created such a big safety net right at the start of the tournament. They had won 8 of their games and were top of the table. Surely we're going to finish in that position, but suddenly a string of losses had put them on number 3. So, we talk about momentum a lot in T20 cricket, and this is going to be very, very vital coming today because RCB are coming back into this with 5 wins on the row. Rajasthan, on the other hand, have only had 2 wins, and considering the last game was a washout at Guwahati as well against Kolkata, it'll be a very, very tough for them to kind of come back into this. And we've seen a few, I guess, missed wins from Rajasthan. If you look at it that way, that Chennai loss, I mean, the way Sanjay Samsung defended his team, even though he kind of knew back of the hand that, okay, there are a lot of things that they need to work on. And yes, they've had good victories, but to make it to the final, to make it to the top of the table, they're going to have to continue in that sort of fashion, which they didn't. I mean, realistically, if you ask me, everyone wants RCB to win, bhai. This is a incredible story, the way they've gone from 10th position to even be able to qualify and now be in a position where they can even beat Rajasthan Royals. Yes, they've got a few more roadblocks ahead of them. They've got Sunrisers Hyderabad and then obviously Kolkata in the final if they do manage to get through those hurdles. But it'll be very, very nice to see Virat Kohli lift an IPL trophy, and what a morale booster it will be right before that World Cup campaign begins. Let's get into the nitty gritty of this. Let's talk about Royal Challengers Bangalore. Bhai, they played Glenn Maxwell last time around against Chennai, and that worked out so well after Will Jacks left for England. I mean, he scored a quick 16 off of 5 balls, and then he had 4 overs bowled, and he only gave away 25 runs in those, and picking up a few wickets as well here and there, and contributing towards the field. So it seems like this is gonna be a battle to look out for. I mean, Ahmedabad pitch, we saw that yesterday against Kolkata and um, Sunrisers match where it was a very low scoring game, the way the spinners came out and the way they restricted runs. So RCB will look to capitalize on that. And one big aspect they have is Rajat Patidar. The way this guy plays spin is incredible, and he'll be so handy today. He can cause a lot of havoc, and realistically, by RCB will look to try and score very high. Their bowlers are not the most known for being able to defend high chases. We've seen people chase down 200 plus scores against RCB, so that'll somewhat be in their mind, in the back of their mind to see as well. And then Swapnil Singh, who they've used as an impact player, might even be in their first 11 tomorrow because of the fact that it will turn out to be a spin pitch, and the way we saw it today as well against KKR and Sunrisers Hyderabad. On the other hand, Rajasthan Royals, man, they've had you know a lot of to think about. Joss Butler, they've just lost, and they need to figure out a way to figure out what's going to happen with that. They can bring in Shimron Hitmaier, who hasn't played a lot of cricket, obviously because of injury, but he is now fit, and he was fit before as well against Kolkata that last game. But sadly, that was a washout, and he was not named in the 11 or the subs actually when the toss did happen, even though there was no match to play with. Going back to RCB, by the possible lineup, obviously Faf du Plessis and Virat Kohli being the openers, that's worked brilliantly for them. Virat Kohli, we talk about his strike rate, we talk about his average, every sort of factor. He's stopped every single one of them, and there's no harm in saying, but he is the guy to go to for Rajasthan for Royal Challengers Bangalore. On the other hand, in number 3, Rajat Patidar, and then followed by Cameron Green, Glenn Maxwell, and Dinesh Karthik. These guys are your big hitters. I mean, if Faf and Virat and Patidar can take you up to 10, 15 overs, then the rest of them just come and wreak havoc across bowlers and then get to the 200 plus score. They've got Lomrod as well in there to give themselves a bit of a chance right at the end with Swapnil Singh as well. Karan Sharma and Lockie Ferguson, Yash Dayal, these could be the ones. And the one key man I've kept out of this is is Mohammad Siraj. I think he's had a few lackluster games where he can do better. We've seen him bowl really well, but I guess this has not just been his perfect IPL that he might have dreamed of. Yes, we saw Stark bowl incredibly well, but again, if Mohammad Siraj can replicate that, it'll be incredible. But I highly doubt that's going to happen right off the bat as well. But just shedding light a bit on the Rajasthan Royals lineup as well. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Cadmore might be actually playing as well alongside Sanju Samsung, Rayan Parag. He's been incredible for them. Dhruv Jurel as well. He's been very consistent, and Hitmire might be seeing a comeback into this team alongside Ashwin, Trent Bolt, Avesh Khan, Sandeep Sharma, and Yuzvendra Chahal. And they've got the option of even picking Nandre Berger if they need, or Rovman Powell if they need as well. So a lot of options. And if you look at these two lineups, you can see that one might be struggling in the batting sense, one might be struggling in the bowling sense. So it'll be a very even competition between these two teams, and anything can happen on the day. I think depending on what type of pitch it is, it can be anywhere from a very spin pitch and very low target to suddenly being a very fast paced pitch and having a very high score there. Their run rate, I mean, RCB have scored incredibly well throughout the whole tournament. They've had a 9.5 in the power play, and even bigger in their ending overs of 11, with Dinesh Karthik and Cameron Green being the big hitters in those areas. So it's going to be a very tough to predict what's going to happen in that situation. So very close game, I must say, and I think. It's been a magical run from RCB. It's a run that no one expects, and suddenly they're in the finals. So it'll be very nice if they can make it through into the next stages. But let us know what your thoughts are on this, and do you think RCB is going to qualify? Wait, comment में जल्दी जल्दी डालो कि do you think Kohli is going to be the one scoring the most runs, or who's going to be the guy taking RCB or Rajasthan Royals into that final spot, or the semi-final spot, if you want to say it that way? Follow us for more news on cricket on a daily basis, even the IPL as well as the T20 World Cup, and we'll see you guys next time. Till then, stay safe.